Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Intentional Bagels, the show where me and my best friend talk nothing about bagels and exclusively about everything else. Well, sometimes bagels. Anyway, grab your cup of joe or your cup of tea and let's get going.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hold on. Oh, my chair's making so much noise. How are you today?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I'm just sipping on coffee. I'm drinking out of my mug that says, all I need today is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus.
Is it hot coffee?
Yeah.
I'm drinking my iced coffee. My iced coffee here on this blessed Sunday, day of our Lord. We both just paused awkwardly to take a sip. I love that.
I almost just spit everywhere.
Naturally. So, how's your week been? Tell me about your week.
My week has been good.
Pretending like we don't talk to each other every single day, like twice a day. Like, hey, what did you do this week? Pretending like I don't know what happened.
Pretending like I didn't call you every hour. Hour. And I start work tomorrow.
I know you do. Tell me about your feelings. Tell me your feelings. What are you feeling? I'm gonna write something down real quick. It's Emily's birthday.
Oh my god, it is Emily's birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down because I just remembered it today, and we will wish her a happy birthday after this podcast. Happy birthday, Emily! Maybe this will make it into the
for
podcast.
you.
This podcast goes out to Emily Galucci. Emily, we started a podcast. Happy birthday,
Emily! I know you haven't heard it yet, but this one's for you. We started a podcast.
And the whole podcast series has actually been dedicated to you, unbeknownst
We're not really
to
sure
us.
what it's about, but we know it's for you.
We know one thing we know is it's all for you. It's always been for you.
It's always been
you, baby. Now, Maria, tell me about your work.
Oh, I haven't gone to work in months now, 2 months, and I start tomorrow, and I'm scared, and I have to drive there.
And you have to drive there?
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things I'm worried about.
Why are you worried about driving?
Because my car has a light right now on it that says maintenance required.
And have you looked up what that means?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to make an assumption.
Okay.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, for sure. What's your assumption?
I think that I need to get an oil change.
Now, I don't know much about cars. Okay. Is there not a different light for oil changes?
I don't know.
God, I love learning. This is us learning.
Let me look it up. Is now the time?
Now's the time. We're live on the podcast, and we are learning whether or not there's a different light for oil changes. Maria, do you know the make and model of your car?
It's a 2014 Camry.
Okay, then now that's information you should put in the Google search bar as well.
Yeah, it's to make you check things like your oil.
Okay, tight. Look at you. Your assumption was correct.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Queen of cars.
Queen of cars. I'm pretty sure my car has an oil light, but now I don't know.
Well, you should look into that.
I guess I should.
I'll just have Emily do it. Emily, this one's also for you.
Emily, this one's also for you.
Can you please take my car to get its oil changed?
Mm-hmm.
How was your week, Anna?
Hell-like. Oh. But I'm fine now.
I have to cough. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's literally not that serious because I'm healthy and fine and coronavirus is happening. So all things considered, I'm fine. But like it was finals week, but also I'm in a location that's at the beach, and like trying to pretend like it's finals week at school in a location where finals week should never happen almost creates a dissociative state. And you're
Yeah.
just trying to like pick one of those doesn't add up. You can't, you have to like pick finals week or beach, and it
I understand.
every day was an uphill battle. And then there's
It's like when
one
you get
point.
sick in Disney.
Yeah. Yeah, it is never correct. It's never right. And you have to align yourself with the reality each day, and it's just a weird place to be. And Maria was there for me that last night because I had this research paper to write, and I could like the second to last day
Oh,
of
yeah.
finals, I had to write this paper. I just started, and I was like, I couldn't think of anything. I had writer's block, I had anxiety, I had whatever you could call it. And I was like, I just need a glass of wine and I'm just going to write down what I can. So I wrote down half of this paper the day before I called Maria. I'm like, I'm writing any words I can get down.
Yeah, it's like word vomit.
Word vomit. And I'm like, and it was mostly done. And I was like, that's incredible. So the next day I go in and I finish it and I call Maria and I said, Maria, this is a terrible paper and I need you to read it.
The email was called, "This is bad."
And I just sent a bunch of like upset emojis and whatnot. And I stayed on the phone with her because I figured that'd be easier than sending her a paper to like edit in a weird way. And
yeah, so like I was reading it out loud. And she was on the phone and I was reading it out loud like back to her so I could kind of like be on the same page with her. And literally the first sentence like did not have incorrect grammar at all.
It was painful. It was painful. It's like, you know, when you're like you record something of yourself like either singing or even just talking and you like hear your own voice and you're like, oh, cringy, my voice. It's like that.
Yeah.
And it's bad because you've messed up. You're repeating words. The whole thing was terrible. And to the point where I started losing my mind.
Yeah.
It was I was like, I forgot how to read. I was like, siblings in theory of mind. And I was like, Maria. I was like a weird broken robot by the end of it.
Yes. You were.
I was. It was a weird. I'm sorry, Maria, you had to see me that way, but thank you for getting me out of that hole.
Oh, of course, I was happy to do it. There was one part where you just kept repeating the word qualitative, like on the phone with me, and I was like, "Let's just move on." And you needed to hear qualitative like 6 times from your mouth before we could move on.
I also kept saying sibling without an S on the end, and like it didn't. Like that was reoccurring, and I just want to know why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something was stuck on your head.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like that. I'm glad it's over.
Me too. I re-downloaded The Sims.
Thank God.
And let me tell you, I was without it for a week.
Tell me.
And you would have thought I was going through some serious withdrawal. I was texting people about it. I was Snapchatting about it. I was watching YouTube content about The Sims to get my fill.
Yeah.
Like, that's some sort of problem. But you know what? I'm not doing anything about it.
I really understand, though, because my Animal Crossing island.
Yeah, tell me about your island, Maria.
Welcome to my island. That's the intro.
Okay. Okay.
Welcome to.
You don't have to do it again. She said, I'll do it again if you were confused.
Well, okay. Basically, last week, I feel like I got up the confidence to make my island more of an infrastructure situation rather than a deserted island.
Amazing.
And now, this entire week has just been implementing those processes in a very efficient way.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thanks. We almost have an entire neighborhood set up. I'm working on a park. I'm trying to think. I think I want to put in a pool.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, things are going great. Things are going great. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the art exhibit part of my museum has expanded.
Oh wow. Oh
Yes,
wow.
I found so you have to go and find art and figure out whether or not, or like buy art, and you have to figure out whether or not it's real or fake. And so far, I've only bought real pieces of art, which is pretty great.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so my island is thriving, you could say.
That's amazing.
We're thriving on bagel. And that's your island update.
Speaking of art and being real or fake,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you've got some art
Oh my
news.
God! You're right. You're so right. I'm already with you. So,
Okay.
back in high school, I painted this picture of a painting, and it was just this bird that really struck me, and I
Yeah.
painted it.
Yeah.
And I gave it a pink background, and I painted it on a really cheap piece of like canvas, and I was really like happy with it. And I painted this in high school, so this was like years ago, like 6 years ago. And it's been kind of hanging on my walls in my dorms. And so we moved to this new house, and I haven't really found like a place to put it.
Yeah.
It's kind of been all over the place. I've kind of been sitting it down or like in corners. I tried to put it on the wall a few times. It just wasn't fitting in. And then my brother was like, you could always just like price it really high and put it on eBay. And I was like, I could never. I spent like no money making it, and it's old because I made it in high school. I'm not going to sell this piece of bird art. And he's
Piece
like,
of
you should
bird
just
art.
try.
It was just
So
like, and you told me when this happened, and when Daniel, your brother, recommended that, I was like, that's kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy thing to say. Even I was like, that's weird.
it's
Not that it
crazy.
was a bad painting. It's a good painting, but it's more like
It's fine.
everyone's fun. You do it, you're not do it yourself, but like a painting you do that turns out on the great side of painting. You know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
talented. Don't get me wrong.
No, it's like when you follow a Bob Ross painting and it looks excellent. But in reality, you're not Bob Ross. You're just a high schooler.
Yeah. You know, when you're a high schooler.
So I had this painting, and he was like, let's sell it on eBay. And I was like, all right, fine. What do you want to sell it for? And he's like, well, what you got to do is you got to overprice it by a lot. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, we should just try it. And I was like, okay. So we put it on eBay for $150.
Oh wow.
We listed it at that price. And a week had gone by, and nobody had like bid on it. And another week went by, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it down. And like I was thinking about taking it down, I got a notification from a buyer, and they placed an offer that was above my asking price. And then they were like, can you text me like and your PayPal link? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah,
So
I
I like
guess.
made a PayPal, and I gave them my link, and I was texting them, and they were like, how's the condition of the painting? And I was like, it's pretty good. And I wasn't gonna say like it's super old, but I was like, you can't really tell that it aged or something like that.
Yeah, like I don't know what that would even entail.
And then he was like, can you send pictures? Dot 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 dot. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can
So
actually.
even though there were pictures on the website of the bird, I sent them pictures of the bird. I don't know. And then I got a text. I have not responded. So leave it in the comments how you think I should respond. But basically, the last thing he sent me was, awesome. I want to send it to my cousin in Pond Creek. Can you also send them an eBay gift card of $300 inside the package? I would appreciate it because I work with the U.S. Marines and I can't buy a gift card and mail it myself. I'll add $300 to your payment, and I'll add shipping costs. Thanks. And now I feel a little bit like I'm getting scammed, but like...
But also, like, it's hard to
could
tell.
This be real?
Could this be... This sounds like it could be
so
real.
What do I do? How do I respond?
I don't know. I really
Let's
don't
put
know.
our response right now. Let's do it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I was thinking either it could be like, no, this is a scam, or it could be like, yeah, I'm not comfortable, or I'm unable to send a gift card, but I'd be happy to send
the painting. That is good. That would be good. $300 is a lot.
Yeah.
I would do the painting. I would do exactly what you said. Wow, I could not have come up with that response. Why is that? I was like, I guess it's all or nothing. That is just like what we learned in motivation about like a foot in the door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or slam the door.
Yeah. No, it's getting your foot in the door.
Door and face.
Yeah.
Door and face, where they like, here's an absurd request that you'll say no to. No, but I can mail the painting to them. Okay, thanks.
I unfortunately will be unable to send them a
gift card. Also, my mom came in to tell me I needed to see the bird that was on the deck.
What kind of bird was it?
I don't know. She said it was big.
What is this podcast about? Birds and art?
Yeah. Bird art birds.
All right, sent. We'll see what happens after that.
I love that. I love an updating story.
This is a moving baby. We're fast paced over here. We're movers and shakers.
Oh my god.
What's new, Anna?
What's new?
Break some news to me. We decided to modify the news segment because we realized that I have no way to get news, given the fact that I don't have Twitter or Instagram.
Period. Because she just doesn't, and she doesn't really watch the news. So I happen to consistently be breaking news to her, unfortunately, whether it's sad or happy. And so I came to her this week with a list of concepts, and she goes, I don't have anything for that's news to me. So I'm like, really? We're going to be talking about things that are news to me, and now will be news to Maria. So, that's news to me. So welcome to the segment where I tell you things that are news to me and news to Maria. The first thing I'd like to talk about is what happened with Harrison Ford.
What happened?
Do you... Here we go. This is what the segment will be. This happened. What happened? Harrison Ford apparently is like super into planes. Did you know that? Planes.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay. Because earlier this week, he got in trouble because he was flying a plane and he was told, like, via air director, I might get this wrong, but that'll be part of it. That's fine. He got in trouble because he was directed not to cross the what's it called? The equator runway or whatever, the tarmac or whatever. He was directed not to cross it, and he crossed it anyways.
Cross the tarmac?
You just went ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. And like, and that doesn't sound like a huge deal, but when it's like planes, and like, you know, if you don't like listen to the directors up top, like, people will die.
But he's Indiana Jones. He's Han Solo.
But he's Indiana Jones, the Solo. And like, apparently this is like a thing that happens with Harrison Ford. As I was like looking on the tweet, like the threads, they were like, I wish I wanted anything as much as like Harrison Ford wants to die in a plane crash. And I was like, wait. Like, people, apparently he just has like a thing where he does whatever the hell he wants in planes.
When you make a career out of being that type of character.
Yeah, do you just become
like Han
that?
Solo?
Yeah, at the same time, like, people be, I don't know. Because, like, there's Fast and Furious, but, like, we have road rules. And then also, like, something about, like, the other oncoming, like, plane.
Did he not understand?
No, he understood. He just got scolded, and like there was like an investigation pending because like it's serious. It's serious. You can't just crash planes. You can't crash planes. You can't just ignore rules because you're Harrison Ford, even though that's your brand. You can't just be doing that. That's not fine. That's not fine. And like I get it, and I think that's really funny, and I think it's funny that he kind of doesn't care if he dies in a plane, low key. But like, you can't just be doing that. So that was news to me that Harrison Ford like is super into planes. And also, he kind of has a plain death wish.
I think it's funny too. I wish I wanted something as much as Harrison Ford was to die in a plane crash.
Yeah, someone made that so I saw that tweet and I was like, that's news to me. That's what prompted that being news, because I'm like, that means people know this and I don't know that. Um you might know about this one because it's just so prominent. Aliens.
Oh. No.
Oh no. So earlier this week, once again, you really didn't hear about this? Oh my god, I swear everyone who listens to this podcast will have heard what I'm about to say, but the other podcaster on this podcast hasn't heard this, and I think that's so funny. It's fine. The Pentagon
all I do is play Animal
declassified.
Crossing. All I do is play Animal Crossing and watch Bon Appetit.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just a funny observation that you will be the person who hasn't heard this. It's not serious at all.
What's the tea with aliens? Do they exist?
The Pentagon declassified 3 videos of
You're
UFOs.
Kidding!
This week. I'm not kidding!
God.
I'm not! Oh, this is so fun. Oh, I love this segment.
Where?
All of a sudden, this is the best thing. I will... it was all over. I'll send you the videos. Let me send you the videos. Oh my god. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's a huge deal because they're videos. Oh my god. Let me send you these videos. Pentagon releases UFO. If you look up Pentagon, like the 4 things are UFO videos.
They released... Wait, from what?
It's so funny.
Pentagon aliens release UFO. Oh my god.
Here, I'll send you the video. And you can live react.
Okay, but what if they're just like a droid or something?
They could be. They're UFO. They're unidentified flying objects.
They could be a frisbee.
That they still... Yeah, they could be
anything.
They could be anything.
They could be some rogue person's lost, like, air droid. Or, like, Amazon delivery gone wrong.
Yeah. Oh, there's the 3rd video. I hadn't been able to find
these videos were previously released by a private company between December 2017.
Mm-hmm. Because they're older and they were released by another company, but the Pentagon officially released them.
The videos were captured by Navy fighter pilots during training in 2004. The objects are moving quickly. Wait. That they unauthorized the release of these unclassified videos in order to clear up any misconceptions by the public. So, what does this mean? Where was this? You just showed me these videos, but like, where were they? Were they just like over the water or like in space or?
I really don't know. I don't know. It looks like they're over the water.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. And everyone was like, well, when it happened, when Twitter was kind of lighting up about it, everyone was like, oh, there's aliens. We're not shocked. Because 2020 sucks.
Oh.
2020 is a wild ride and aliens don't surprise us.
I don't think it's going to be... I'm not going to be that person who immediately jumps to aliens.
Okay.
I'm not. I'm going to be the person who's pretty skeptical.
Do it.
I'm skeptical, Anna.
She said I'm doing it. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm not here saying these are the gray people and we've made
Oh, so you just assume they're going to be gray?
I'm saying I'm not. I'm saying I'm not.
In my head?
I'm saying I'm not.
Aliens are like green. Okay, but there are like accounts where like people talk about getting taken and probed.
I know, and I don't like those because I like. Go on.
Those are like those universal like phenomenons where people are all having the same like experience. Yeah. You know, like they will just
those used to freak me out.
Describe the same thing and like we'll never having
Yeah.
discussed what it is beforehand with each other. But I'm still
Yeah.
skeptical.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be skeptical. I agree. I think that's fair. You should be. It's healthy to be skeptical, and it's important to be skeptical. And also it could be other science stuff, but like people were like, it was obviously a Twitter moment, and people were like, if that's like, it was most like, if you're like saying these are aliens, like worst case scenario, these are aliens, we're not shocked. Like if that's like proof of aliens, we're not surprised anymore. Like 2020 has already been that bitch, you know? I think that's funny though. That'll give me a new perspective on collecting news.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love news. I like it because it feels like it's catered for me. What else do you got, Anna? What else you got going on?
Plenty.
All right, let's pick one and go with it.
I want to talk about things that I thought this week when I was trying to do work, but I couldn't because my brain really wanted to not.
Rattle them off.
And they're mostly things that are wild to me.
Okay.
So, I already talked to you about some of these things because my brain was doing everything that's possible. And that's what's one thing that's wild to me, is that my brain will just stop. And it just stops. Period. Like, I'll just be working and then like I can't do anything anymore. It's like I'll be reading and I'll just be looking at these words and I'm like, these don't mean anything to me.
No, I feel that. That's how I feel when I was watching Star Wars all day. And I was watching The Mandalorian, and then literally halfway through a fight scene, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I
can't do this. And it was really frustrating during finals because I had to do a lot of work and I couldn't do it. And I had to just stop. And at one point I stopped and I waddled. I've told everyone this probably 5 times. I waddled around my kitchen like a duck for like 15 minutes because I couldn't function. And it was just like the weirdest thing. And my mom texted Maria and was like, is there something wrong with Anna? Because I was being loud and walking around the kitchen in a circle for a long time. And even my cat.
I was getting pranked when she texted me.
That's so funny. My cat was even looking at me like, there's something wrong with you. This is broken. This thing is broken. It was so weird. And I was just so annoyed. And that's why I couldn't write that paper. So that's why I drank some wine and just let go of my inhibitions.
You could say that you let go and let God.
I let go and let God. Certainly. I let go and let God. And then there was at one point, I was working on something, or I was supposed to study, and then all of a sudden I was like, I know what mammals are.
Yeah.
And I started asking Maria, because like I was sitting there thinking, like, I remember talking about mammals in whatever different times, and then I'm like, I know that there are mammals and there are amphibians, but like I couldn't think of the other ones, and I'm like, mammals, amphibians, lizard, bird.
That's a class.
And fish. Well, I'm getting there. If you'll allow me to get there.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. What's wild to me, and I called Maria, or we were on the phone, and I was just like, Maria, what are the other classes? And she said fish, and I didn't believe her. And
I didn't even believe myself.
And that's the problem. And we looked it up, and I think we were talking about whales and birds, and I'm like, I know birds aren't mammals because they lay eggs. That might not be the only qualifying thing, because I don't know if what the fuck are they called? I'm calling them daffodils and psyducks. What are they called?
Are you talking about birds?
No, they're the animal that throws.
Monkey.
No. It's got a bill and poisonous tail. Platypus. Whoa, my brain just stopped there for a second.
Are their tails poisonous?
They've got a poison secretion stinger thing. And
That's
they've got a
interesting.
beaver tail and webbed feet. And they're monotremes, but I don't know what else they are in terms of class.
Semi-aquatic mammal.
Semi-aquatic mammal. And I said they throw their things because in It's a Small World, there's like a section where there's a bunch of platypuses starting to throw their eggs at you. My brain's been broken a little bit by this week, and if that's not evident by me and my train of thought, I don't know what is. But so we look it up. I say we, but Maria was unfortunately dragged along when I was like going on off this tangent, and I was like, these are the classes. And what's wild to me
What?
is that mammals get their own name, but fish don't, and neither do birds.
No, it's because they're more special.
Mammals are mammals, but they just stopped at fish and birds. And reptiles,
I think you're thinking about it the wrong way. I think you should think about it more like they took all these mammals and they chunked them into one category, but birds and fish were so special that they had to be their own thing.
Okay. Because I love birds.
I know.
And I'm sure there's something that tells me what makes them different from mammals. But really, what is it? Like...
Their blood, I think.
Their what?
Their blood. No?
Their what? Their blood?
The temperature of their blood. Am I crazy? Warm-blooded? I'm not making this up.
I don't think it's their blood.
Mammals and birds are warm-blooded, which means they can make their own body heat when it's cold outside.
I'm talking about what separates birds from mammals.
Oh, well, they have that in common. I thought they didn't.
You said their blood.
Well, some animals have cold blood.
I know. Lizards have to lay in the sun, and sometimes my cat does that too, but that's just because he's a fat cat. But okay, well, we learned something.
We learned a lot.
We learned a lot today.
Listen, I'll let everyone know when this guy gets back to me about my work of art. In the meantime, let's all do some reading about what makes mammals mammals.
Let's all do some reading about what makes mammals mammals, and be rest assured it's not just their blood. And it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get through this.
What?
Whatever.
The alien thing?
All of it. All of it. The aliens. Harrison Ford.
Oh.
We're gonna make it through that. We're gonna make it through animals being different.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more coffee.
I am gonna take a headache pill.
Aunt, bring us out. Bring us out.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Well.
Yep.
Maybe spread your cream on your bagel. Spread your cream.
All right, everybody, do that. Love you.
Love you. Bye. Okay, bye.